Okay, so there was an interruption due to an alarm ringing. So I was saying that that slap was the trigger that sent me to Delhi, and that is one of my biggest regrets and mistakes that I consider. Because if I hadn't gone to Delhi that time, and I went to my uncle's house. I mean, I have two relatives there. One is my uncle, and uh, one is my paternal uncle, and one is my maternal uncle. No, no, I'm sorry. One is my father's brother. So that is, and one is my father's sister's husband. Okay. So yeah, one is my aunt's house and one is my uncle's house. Yeah. So that slap was the trigger. Uh, when I got, totally, I thought that I'm very helpless now. I mean, what the fuck should I do? So after he slapped me, I there's a market just next to the PG. There's a market area. And there's a good walking area there. So I called my grandfather immediately. I mean, he's the person he's my last hope. I mean, my grandfather is somebody who I talk to as a last resort or a final resort. I mean, he is somebody whose words I never deny. And so I talked to my grandfather. I told him everything that went down. So I discussed with him, and I decided that I'll go to Delhi, my uncle's house, and he's my father's brother. His name is Rakesh. I thought I'd go to his house, just to be safe and just to get calm and collect myself. So yeah, that's what I decided with my grandfather. I asked him to call my uncle. I asked my grandfather to call him and tell him that I was coming. So uh, I uh, took a metro, and a few minutes after that, I took a metro, and I went to Rohini, where his house is. Okay, so that it was a 1 2 hour long metro drive. It was enough to calm things down. I mean, yeah, it calmed me down. I mean, everything went back to normal. And the disc, by the way, I found the disc later. It was in one of my bags. The disc. Yeah, so that was not anybody's fault. It was, if anybody, it was my fault. The disc, it was in one of my bags only. Nobody had stolen it. Nothing like that had gone down. But at that time, I lost the disc, and I was genuinely worried about the disc. And I was not blaming anybody. I hadn't taken a single name. I wasn't blaming anybody. I just went to that PG guy for help in finding my disc when he slapped me and all that shit. So I took the metro and I was going to my uncle's house, and things were normal. I reached the house. He met me, and I was in a general high at that time a little bit. So yeah, maybe I was talking a little bit more than usual at that time, a little bit more than normal, more than required. I was doing that, but nothing crazy or nothing, you know, in a uh, nothing that could harm anybody. Nothing. I mean, it was it was just a general high a little bit. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I reached his home, and I was okay. Just a second. Somebody's knocking at the door. I need to go. I need to pause the video.